Now, you know, folks, in Wake County, oh, by the way, I'm Susan Bryant, your county chair. I'm proud to be that. And you know, we have a special thing going in Wake County. We get the best, we elect the best, and we re-elect the best. Well, there's something you may not know. Our opponents, the Democrats, really don't like Herman Cain. And why is that? It's because his very existence is a living, breathing rebuke to everything they stand for. You see, they think the only thing you can do for a poor kid growing up on the west side of Atlanta is to enable his disadvantages by giving him food stamps and welfare and Medicaid, and in other ways making him a ward of the state. You and I believe freedom works better than any of those things. And Herman Cain is a prime example of exactly what we're talking about. He became a top executive at Pillsbury and Burger King. He became famous for rebuilding Godfather's Pizza, and having done that, he bought the company. You know, that's tough to do if you're trapped in a welfare cycle. Under the Democrats' program, a kid like Herman Cain would be lucky to get to eat a Godfather's Pizza, let alone grow up to own the company. Of course, you could become a community organizer. And I have to admit, it's possible to rise pretty high from there. But you have to know somebody, like Bill Ayers. Herman Cain succeeded on his own merits. He became a successful businessman, president of the National Restaurant Association, chairman of the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City, and a serious candidate for president. And he did it the old-fashioned way, the American way, the free enterprise way. He earned it. And that's why the Democrats don't like him. And that's why we admire him so very much, and why we are so thrilled to have him with us tonight as our keynote speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, give Herman Cain a Wake County welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. There are at least 9 ways I disagree with President Obama. But let me share one of them with you. I'm glad tonight that I had an opportunity to hear this Faith Baptist Church choir, and here's where I disagree with President Obama. We are a Christian, Judeo, God-believing nation. We are. Thank you, Faith Baptist Church, for inspiring us and reminding us that it is all right to talk about your faith in the public square, and it's all right to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for that. This nation was founded upon faith. Faith of the founders. They needed to have faith in order to conceive of the proposition that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator, not the government's, not Obama's, their creator, with certain unalienable rights. That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Not a guarantee. My mother and father didn't have a guarantee when they pursued their dreams. I didn't have a guarantee when I pursued my dreams. You didn't have a guarantee when you started your life and your dreams. It was the pursuit of happiness. And the last time I checked, which is counter to what this president and this administration believes, of all of the departments in Washington, D.C., I have yet to find the Department of Happy located anywhere. There is no Department of Happy. One night I was doing my radio show, and I had a young man call in. He was frustrated. He said, "Mr. Cain, I'm frustrated." I said, "What are you frustrated about?" "Well, I'm frustrated because I don't like the direction of this country, and I don't know what to do about it." I said, "Well, are you a registered voter?" He said, "Yes." "Do you vote in every election?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Do you have a copy of the Declaration of Independence?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Go get it." Came back to the phone, and I said, "Now find the section in the Declaration of Independence that says those ideals of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." I heard him flipping the pages. He says, "I got it, Mr. Cain." I said, "Now here's what you can do if you don't like the direction of this country. When you get to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, keep reading, because it says, when any form of government becomes destructive of those ideals, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it. We've got some altering and abolishing to do. Alter and abolish. Alter the occupant of the White House. And abolish the overreach of government in our lives. And there are three things that I challenge you to do that will allow us to do that. Three things that I challenge you to do. First, stay informed. Know the facts. Know the truth. There's a lot of garbage out there on the internet. There's a lot of garbage in a lot of the commercials that you see on TV. There's a lot of propaganda out there that's talking about how great this president is and how much worse we would be off if he had not done some of the things that he's done. No, stay informed. Know the facts such that you can inform others. The reason that it is important for you to stay informed of the facts is quite simply because stupid people are ruining America. They're ruining America. But the good news is there are more informed, intelligent folk than there are stupid people. We just have to outvote them. That's how we win in November. Outvote them, outwork them, outsmart them. So stay informed. Secondly, do what you're doing by being here tonight. Stay involved. Everybody can do something. Not everybody can run for president of the United States of America. Not everybody can be a precinct leader. Not everybody can be a great county chair like Chairman Bryant. But everybody can do something because we have too much on the line. So stay informed. Stay involved. And the reason that I encourage you to stay involved is because there are two myths that the liberals and the Democrats want you to believe. The first one is they want you to believe that President Obama cannot be beaten. The fact of the matter is, he can be beaten if you stay informed and stay involved. Obama is going down in November of 2012. But not if you stay home. Not if you join the ranks of the stupid. Not if you don't talk to your friends and your family members. That's the involvement that we got to have. And as the famous philosopher Emeril Lagasse said, kick it up a notch in 2012. I know he was not a philosopher. For the nan and the nan folk who's going to say, he's not a philosopher. I know that. Stay informed. Stay involved. I was asked by a reporter earlier this week, Mr. Cain, you're no longer a candidate, so why are you still out here talking? I said, because people are listening. And I have something to say. That's why I'm still out here. That's why I'm still involved. And just because I am no longer officially pursuing the position of president, I am still on a mission. Maintain control of the House, get control of the United States Senate, and take back the White House in November. That's our mission. Our mission for November 2012. We're on a mission. And I love the enthusiasm of the audiences that I've talked to. Your enthusiasm inspires me. Which, number 3, stay inspired. Stay inspired. You see, the founders had that faith that we could develop the greatest nation in the world. And we did. They didn't have an overwhelming majority that said that we wanted to fight a revolution to gain our independence. They simply had that passionate few that was ready to put their lives, their fortunes on the line in order to create this great nation. Many of you have that same passion. It was that same passion that inspired me to step out there and run for President of the United States of America, to continue to be involved. But stay inspired because they had that faith. The founding fathers, they got it right. It is now our responsibility to be those defending fathers. We must defend the life of the unborn, defend the Declaration of Independence, and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. We must be the defending fathers and mothers of the United States of America. So one of the myths, and don't believe it, is that Obama can't be beaten. Yes, he can. He can be beaten. Because when we have our nominee and come together, we must focus on the mission, and that is to defeat Obama and get this arrogant administration out of Washington, D.C. And the other thing that the mainstream, lamestream, lapdog media wants you to believe is that your vote doesn't count. But it does. Your vote, my vote, all the people, everybody, they count. They are now trying to convince some of us that certain of the remaining Republican primary candidates ought to drop out. I had a publication ask me about this on my bus on the way over here. I did an interview. Do I think it's time for some candidates to drop out? No. When they are ready to drop out, based upon what the people say, that's when they should drop out. The media is not going to select our nominee. The people are going to select our nominee, and that's the way it ought to be. Let the process play itself out. When the process plays itself out, we'll have a nominee and we'll rally around them. And I've already made it very clear that whoever our Republican nominee is, I am going to support them with the same vigor and vitality that I ran my own campaign, because we must stay focused on the mission. And so my message to you tonight, so y'all can get on with some more informing and inspiring, is really simple. Stay informed, stay involved, and stay inspired. Let me share with you some of the things that inspire me. Some of the things that inspired me to run for President of the United States of America in the first place was the fact that I saw my parents achieve their American dream. I saw mom and dad, both who walked off of a small farm at the age of 18, different farms, walked off small farms at the age of 18 with the only equity they had in order to pursue their American dreams. Sweat equity. That's all they had. And one of their dreams was to give their sons, I had one brother, an opportunity to get a little bit better start in life than they had. And they did give us that opportunity. They wanted my brother and I to get a good education and go to school. We did. They wanted us to be the first in our family to ever graduate from college, because no one in the history of our family had ever graduated from college. We did. Because they wanted us to be able to pursue our American dream in this, the greatest country in the world. And it is up to us to leave to our grandchildren the same opportunity that we had. This nation has become a nation of crises. We got an economic crisis, we got a spending crisis, we got an illegal immigration crisis, we've got a moral crisis, and the biggest crisis is a severe deficiency of leadership in Washington, D.C. I told college students at University of North Carolina today, Washington is broken. The United States of America is broke, but we can fix it by putting right leadership in Washington, D.C. Business as usual is not going to cut it. Business as usual is not going to cut it. And one of the greatest strengths that America has, that has always inspired me, you don't hear a lot about. You hear a lot about our strong military, which we have a strong military. This administration is making it weaker. We got to make it back stronger. You hear a lot about our strong economy. It's not strong right now. It's the biggest and the baddest in the world, but it could be a whole lot stronger. You hear about a lot of the great attributes of the United States of America. And we do have a lot of great attributes. We've got natural resources in this country where if we had the will and the leadership, we could be energy independent instead of being dependent upon sheiks and sheiks and potentates around the world. That is one of America's strengths. But one of America's greatest strengths is its ability to change. Whenever in our history we have been confronted with our greatest problems or our greatest challenges, the American people always rose to the occasion such that America could change for the better. That's what's great about this nation. We've always found a way to change for the better. Let's be real with one another. I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, in the South in the 50s and the 60s. Yes, we used to have segregation, Jim Crow laws. I used to have to ride in the back of the bus. And now today, I have a bus with my picture on it, and I own the bus. This is a great country. Is America great or what? I own the bus. And I had a caller to my radio show call one night. Mr. Cain, I can't believe you were praising the founding fathers. You know, aren't you still mad that they had slaves? No. Aren't you still mad about what happened during the 50s and the 60s? No, I ain't mad. Because see, if you stay mad, you stay behind. You stay mad, you stay behind. No other country in the world would give me the opportunity to achieve all of my American dreams and then some. And that's why you are here. That's why you are here. So even though, in closing, the American dream is under attack, the good news is we can take it back. The good news is we can take it back. And the challenge that I issue to you is the same one that I issued to myself when I made the decision to run for president and to be an activist in this movement that we are in. And this is a movement. Because if you look at history, we are at a point in our history where we can go the route of all other great nations. Failure and destruction. If you look at the Roman Empire, the Russian Empire, the British Empire, they all collapsed for the same reasons that we have in Washington, D.C. today. Too much government and an arrogant government. That's why they failed. So we can decide to go the way of history or rewrite history and defy the way of those that didn't make the changes that they needed to make. And I'm inspired, and I was challenged in making my decision by the words to a song that were in the Pokemon movie. I didn't even know the words came from Pokemon until somebody pointed it out to me. I heard a great singer sing it, and I loved the words so much, I said, that is a song of challenge and inspiration. And the words say, life can be a challenge. Life can seem impossible. It's never easy when there's so much on the line. We've got a lot on the line, folks. But you can make a difference. There's a mission just for you. Just look inside and you will find just what you can do. Just look inside and you will find just what you can do. We can maintain control of the House of Representatives. We can get back control of the United States Senate, and we can send Barack Obama back to Chicago where he belongs. God bless you. God is blessing America.